Boom. Hey, hey, hey. Tina G, Lee Saunders, Kathleen Cross, Foxhill Dreams, Cecile Kazemi, Peter is a Boss, Michelle Warmoth, Misha Oliver, Susie Brizuela, Anissa, Debbie Demon, Gina Potter, Matt Meehan, Synth Fan, Brooklyn Wifey, Punxsutawney Mo, RJ, Ms. Nick, Tracy M, and BDD in the Heezy, Cha Cha, Stephanie L from Florida, Synth Fan, Shell Teresa, Kathy Murphy, Julianne Gauthier, Chrissy M, Wilbur McCarthy, Queen of the South, Jennifer Rayner, Valerie G, Scribble My Dibbles, Sarah B, Kathy Robner, Jen Murphy, Amanda Crawford, The Trump Reaper, Patricia Haverkamp, Wendy K, Monique, Alaska Cindy, Sylvia Correa, Chrissy M, go, 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 Olivia, welcome to another episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your choking host, BDD, aka Brooklyn Dad, and this is a story time. Okay, guys, I am okay. No need to worry. Let's see who else popped in. Asmila J, Sheila Bird, Charlie Delta, Pandora, and Bablita. Thank you very much. Yes, you guys know what day today is. Today is Hump Day, so happy Hump Day. Also, we got some things to discuss here. And first, we're going to cover all of those things in our stories of the day. Stories of the day. Yet another mass shooting today, this time in San Jose. Brian Sicknick's mom has some choice words for the Senate GOP. Why was China Joe trending on Twitter? We'll get into that. What is the filibuster and what will life look after it is gone? Our latest entry in the guessing games on the show is Who the Faheezy? Last but not least, yes, the original Karen is back. Amy Cooper is today's You Raggedy Bish. She should have just stayed gone, man. This is... You hate to see it. You hate to see it. You hated to see her the first time, and you certainly hate to see her back. I'm seeing some compliments for the beard. Thank you. And for the jersey. So today, it's not only Hump Day, but it's game 2 for my Knicks. And as you know, I will not be tweeting about them unless they win their series against the Atlanta Hawks. And so Knock on wood. I need my Knicks to pull out a win tonight. They've already lost home court advantage. And BDD, I watch Fantasy Island all day on Tubi. Jennifer Rain is watching Fantasy Island on Tubi. That's great. Tubi, by the way, is one of those channels that I recommended to you guys. I'm not, this is not a paid endorsement. In fact, it's a free channel. It's free. So, if you like all those old shows as I do, it's a great channel. Frankly, I have been lately watching my DVDs, my Flintstones. I kid you not. I'm on a Flintstone marathon thing. I'm just watching tons of Flintstones, and it does wonders for my mood. Okay, so we're continuing with the slight tweak to the format of the show. Going forward, I'm probably not going to be reading The Littlest President as often as I do. You might have noticed in the tweet that I posted, I did not list. Also, more fun from The Littlest President. Most of you guys have already seen and heard me read that book over and over and over. I will read a page occasionally if something is happening in the news that is pertinent to the content of the book. But for all intents and purposes, I'm trying to keep the time down as much as possible. I'm still tweaking. I'm still experimenting with this show. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with our quick hits. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Justice is coming, you son of a bee. It is coming. But first, some quick, whoops. Okay, quick hits. San Jose, California. I happen to have been watching MSNBC early this morning, about 9 o'clock, and I saw the report of a mass shooting, and it said multiple fatalities at the time. So I immediately reached for my phone and sent a text to Scribble My Dibbles because she lives out that way, and I needed to make sure that she was a-okay. And she's like, "Yeah, bro, Hamity, I'm chill." She calls me bro Hamity, among other things. And anyway, she's fine. She didn't text me back right away, and I don't know about you guys, but if something terrible has happened and you're trying to reach out to a loved one, you might as well just skip the text message if you're like me. Like, if you don't respond to me in like 5 minutes, I'm calling. I know the dynamic has changed nowadays. Most people are, texting. That's all they do is text. But I needed to hear it, and she's fine. Thank God. She's fine. The family's fine. But other families, 8 families in total, are mourning right now. There were 8 people killed, and the shooter himself, what was his name? Sam Cassidy. Sam Cassidy was the shooter. He was a disgruntled former employee of the Valley Transportation Authority. And I don't get it. Like, if you know that he killed himself, he was not shot by any deputies or sheriffs or cops. He killed himself. So, this might sound callous, but if you already know that you're going to kill yourself, why are you going to want to take people out with you? That is the height. It pisses me off so much, because then they can't face justice. And those people who are left behind, the families are left behind, they have no closure. They don't get to see your ass locked up. It's the height of selfish, cowardly bullshit. I hate it. I really do. And, then when I see guys like Governor Greg Abbott, who wants to lift gun restrictions in Texas, I can't imagine what he is thinking. That is preposterous. We're in the middle of a pandemic. It's the equivalent of governors in the height of the pandemic saying, Yeah, not only do you not have to wear masks, we encourage you to go to super spreader events and lick all the doorknobs you encounter. That's basically the equivalent of that. It's just sickening. Speaking of sickening, the GOP Senate continues its obstruction in agreeing to a January 6th commission. And so the mother of Officer Brian Sicknick, her name is Gladys, she wants to meet with the GOP senators. And she wants to know, look, these guys are putting their lives on the line for you guys every day, and you won't agree to a commission? So she's mad. She and righteously upset about this, and she wrote a letter to them, and it says, "My son, Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, died on January 7th, 2021. He died because of the insurrectionists who stormed the Capitol building on January 6th. He and his fellow officers fought for hours and hours against those animals who were trying to take over the Capitol building and our democracy as we know it. While they were fighting, congressmen and senators were locking themselves inside their offices. According to some who were barricaded in their offices, said it looked like tourists walking through the Capitol. Really?" And she wrote "really" in there. That's perfect. That's perfect. If it was me, I would have probably had a few expletives thrown in there because what the hell, if you've lost your son. So yeah, she showed some serious restraint, and I hope they give her the audience. I hope that she deserves. I hope they're not as disrespectful as Kevin McCarthy, who refuses to meet with one of the Capitol officers. The picture on your screen now shows a bunch of Trump memorabilia, Trump t-shirts, Trump hats, Trump ties, all made in America. No, made in China. And despite the fact that this is a well-known fact that he makes all of his shit in China, today... Hey, what's up? Matt from Albuquerque, welcome. And Wojo Mom is here too. Welcome, Wojo Mom, Shel Teresa, Petty Deb. All of you wonderful, great folks are here. So despite the fact that he makes all of his stuff in China, today, China Joe and Beijing Biden were trending on Twitter, which is preposterous. It's preposterous, right? I mean, so the reason that was trending on Twitter, the reason that was trending on Twitter is because Trumpers are upset. They said Joe Biden stopped an inquiry or an investigation into the virus having been created in a lab in China. And that is something that Peter Doocy, Fox News' Peter Doocy, keeps asking Jen Psaki on a daily basis in those press briefings, and he keeps getting his ass spanked by her. So I'm pretty sure at least half of the accounts tweeting China Joe probably belong to Peter Doocy. He's stuck on this thing. He's in. Dude is crazy. All right, so that's it for our quick hits, and now we're gonna jump into a few choice videos that I have found for our timeline a cleanse. Timeline cleanse. Boom, boom, boom. Timeline cleanse. Okay, so most of you guys out there in the audience have already gotten at least one vaccine shot, and some of you have gotten two. In fact, in a few days, wifey and I will have hit our 2 week mark after the vaccine, and I'm excited. I'm gonna go lick all the dirt out. No, I'm not. But all you need is two shots. That's it. You just need two shots. Don't try and get yourself all five because shit will happen.
And all right, we're done. Now, if you feel any unusual symptoms, just call that number below. Otherwise, I'll see you in 3 weeks for your second dose.
No need.
What?
I already got all 5 of them.
But sir, you only need 2.
You think I'm stupid? My blood is now flowing with the power of all 5 companies. Pfizer, J&J, AstraZeneca, some sketchy off-brand company, and now, Moderna.
Sir, I think you need to go to a hospital.
Why be immune?
My injecting hand!
When you can
My
be
injecting hand.
Guards, get him!
Levanten las manos! Learn more about the COVID-19 vaccine by visiting your local pharmacy or by clicking the link below. And all right, we're done.
That's great. Oh, that's great. My injecting hand. So no, you will not receive the power of invincibility if you inject yourself with all 5 vaccines. And yes, Trump Reaper, those were all the same dude. I found that on TikTok, and TikTok is they've got a ton of untapped comedy talent there, and continuing the trend of untapped comedy talent. This is another one. I've shown one of this person's videos before. I can't remember the person's name. But if you are looking for a babysitter, always, but always check the references.
Derek, do you think you could babysit your cousin?
Of course I can.
Yeah, if he cries, what do you do?
If he cries,
Yeah.
I'm smacking the shit out of him. I'll be like, shut the fuck
No, he's
up.
probably hungry.
Oh, then I'll feed him.
Okay, but what if he doesn't want food?
Now I'm smacking him. I'll be like, bitch, eat these diamonds.
No, he could be tired.
Oh, then I'll lay him down for a nap.
Okay, but what if he keeps crying?
You already know I'm fucking him up.
No, you'll rock him.
That's what I mean. I'm rocking his jaw like a bitch.
No, I mean, rock him.
Oh, rock him.
Yes, and then he'll probably go to sleep.
Okay, and then if he don't, that's when I'll be rocking. I just keep rocking him.
Derek, do you think you could babysit?
That's what I'm rocking his jaw. Okay, so next up, continuing with the trend of babysitting, this next clip, this was one babysitter who decided to play hide and seek with the child she was babysitting, and then hide and seek got real.
911, what's your emergency?
I lost the kid I'm babysitting.
It's all right. We're going to send someone over. What happened?
We were playing hide and seek, and I've been seeking for like 3 hours. I can't keep seeking.
You're sure you checked the whole house?
Yes, but he's not normal. Connor went to magic camp.
What does that mean?
It's an illusionist camp. They like escape stuff and eat coins.
Have you checked outside?
You don't understand. Last week he made me pick a card, and a bird flew out of my mouth. He doesn't own a bird. Where did that bird come from?
Okay.
Oh, no. His parents are pulling in.
Maybe they know where he's hiding.
I'm not going to get into college. Oh, my God. Am I going to go to jail? What the fuck, Connor?
Ma'am?
You in the fucking freezer? How do you breathe in there?
Illusion.
That's so great. I don't know if that one was real. It sounded very real to me. And that's from an account that's called like 911 calls or something. But that shit was funny. Yeah, a bird flew out of her mouth. He doesn't own a bird. That was great. Fantastical. Okay, so I am going to jump right into our very first topic, which is very tiny pictures for Kill the Filibuster. And what exactly is the filibuster? Huh? Whole lot of people poor spell. Did I not spell filibuster correctly? I think that's how you spell it, right? It's just one L. A lot of people talk about killing the filibuster, but they don't know what the filibuster is. Let's kill the filibuster, damn it! So what is the filibuster, dude? It said, the Republicans, the filibuster. So the filibuster is a procedural trick that the minority party uses to basically to block things from happening. And it's not, if you thought like when Ted Cruz spent 21 hours, part of that 21 hours was reading Green Eggs and Ham. It's not that. I mean, basically, he was just doing that to keep the debate going. But the filibuster is used to prevent things from being passed in Congress. And that's part of the reason why everybody is pissed off at Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, because they don't want to kill the filibuster. They believe that it's some kind of bridge to bipartisanship, but it's bullshit. It's bullshit because they don't care about Republicans do not care about bipartisanship. They haven't cared about bipartisanship in a very long time. And in fact, the filibuster has been changed throughout the years. It started back in 1806, and it was a recommendation by Aaron Burr. Aaron Burr suggested removing a provision that would allow a simple majority to vote on an underlying question that was being debated. And it wasn't like a strategic or a political move back then. It was just housekeeping. It would just help to make the Senate move quicker, and more efficiently. And they weren't using it a whole lot. In fact, they hardly ever used the filibuster back then. But over time, over the next 150, 200 years, they started using the filibuster more and more and more. So, Rule 22. Aaron Burr, sir. Very good, Scribble My Devils. That's the Hamilton. Yes, I love that. I love that musical. Holy cow. What is... hang on. Let's turn this off. Good. So Rule 22 is the thing that ends debate and allows people to take a vote on bills and acts and things that they want to get passed. And when I said it's changed over the years, it used to be a 2/3 majority. You used to have a 2/3 majority to take a vote on things, but now it's just 3/5 or 60 votes. 2/3 would have been 66 or 67. Yes, that animated zombie was was the donation thing that I just turned it off. And Pasta D is telling me we got 27 likes. Am I doing that poorly for the audience? I can't get a like. Can a brother get a like up in here? Omar Jarala wants to know, what program are you using for your live stream? I am using Streamlabs OBS. You're welcome. You're welcome. So for majority party leaders, the need to secure 60 votes to end a debate and vote, it helps them to be able to shift blame to the minority party. You're welcome, Omar. Thank you. So it helps them to shift the blame when things don't get done. right? Sometimes people who are in power, they don't necessarily want to get things passed. They just want to be able to point the finger of blame at people for things not getting passed. So there are ways around the filibuster. There are ways like budget reconciliation, and they just recently used that to get the. Let me just go forward here. Yeah, they just recently used that to get the COVID relief bill passed through the Senate. But there's other ways that you can eliminate the filibuster. And one, you can formally change the text of Rule 22. And Rule 22 is the rule that dictates how you can proceed with a vote. But for that, unfortunately, you need a 2/3 majority to end debate on changing the standing rules. So, the other way is that they could create a new Senate precedent, right? So, have you guys watched court dramas? Dramas about, law and order lawyers and defendants, and. So, whenever you see a lawyer stating that there is the precedent from, Brown versus New York City or whatever, the precedent is something that was done previously in the past, and you're now using that as a guiding principle. So the Senate can change the Senate precedents, and in order to do that, you only need a simple majority, right? But that's the option that they call nuclear. That's the nuclear. Wait, where's my graphic? I do have a. Wait, that's my man. Where's my nuclear graphic here? I got a nuclear graphic. There we go. So that for the nuclear option, you only need a simple majority. And the Senate actually did this twice, in 2013 and in 2017, and they did it to reduce the number of votes needed to advance nominations. Now, that worked out perfectly for them because then they were able to nominate and confirm, what's her face? Amy Coney Barrett, and the other two guys, Kavanaugh and Gorsuch. So, what's life going to look like after the filibuster? Let's say somehow Manchin and Sinema find the stones necessary to agree to nuke the filibuster. What could we achieve? What's the big deal about nuking the filibuster? Well, for one, we can get that bill passed for voting rights, and that is, in my opinion, that's the platinum deal, the platinum goal for this Senate right now is the voting rights bill. Why? Because right now, across the country, and we're going through life every day thinking that everything's hunky-dory. Woohoo, Joe Biden is our president. Yeah, but Republicans across the country are instituting voter suppression laws that are going to make 2022 very, very different. No matter how many people show up to vote, these voter suppression laws are going to alter the outcome. And all the stuff that they're doing with these audits and everything, it's very scary. We really do need that voting rights law passed. Excuse me. So we could get that passed. You can't do it through budget reconciliation. That will not work. You need the filibuster to be gone. What else can we can get the January 6th commission approved, a bipartisan January 6th commission. So what happens if they don't nuke the filibuster and then they decide not to do a bipartisan. Well, Democrats can still go right ahead anyway. A lot of people are worried about this January 6th commission thing not happening. It's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. It's just not going to be bipartisan, but it is going to happen. Mark my words, it will happen. The only question is, will we have Republicans and Democrats working together on this commission? What else can we get achieved? Statehood for D.C. and for Puerto Rico. That's very important. And why? Because, again, that potentially gives us 2 more senators for each of those new states. And that's the name of the game. What else can we do? We can expand the court. I think expanding the court is essential. I don't think it's optional. I think it's essential. And people are going to stamp their feet and complain. Well, what happens when Republicans, retake the House and the Senate? Well, listen to yourself. What happens when they do? Don't we need to push now to make these things happen before? Because if Republicans get in power again, do you guys remember right before November 3rd, they pushed Amy Coney Barrett through the Supreme Court just days after, the body was still warm. Ruth Bader Ginsburg had just died. 8 days, boom, done deal. So Sinema and Manchin don't want to nuke the filibuster because they believe somehow that if you keep the filibuster, that's somehow some kind of a good faith gesture that civility can once again become the norm in this Congress. But it can't. It can't. They took 5 days to denounce somebody for anti-Semitic remarks. They still have not denounced a sex trafficker who sits in Congress. They won't even agree to a commission to investigate the attack that almost took their lives. So we cannot work with Joe Manchin or Kirsten Sinema because they're not really doing this for some bipartisan measure of good faith. No, they're doing it for selfish, grandstanding reasons, and they're fools. They're absolute fools if they believe that Republicans are going to, turn around and do them a good favor in return. They're not. They're not. And we've been watching this thing unfold for the past, 8 years, 10 years. The toxic partisanship, that shit is here. And the only way that we are going to get back to normal, we have to take the reins, fully take the reins. You ever heard the saying, use it or lose it? We have the power now. Use it. Use it. Yes, Punxsutawney Mo says they're only thinking of their own reelection. Yeah. Marie M says they love the power and perks of living and working in D.C., and that's it. Oh, scribble my dibbles with the analogy. She says Lucy with the football and Charlie Brown. Exactly. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. So hopefully now everybody kind of has a better idea what the filibuster is, where it came from, why it's here, and why it needs to be gone. Next up, who the faheezy? So this is similar to the previous guessing games we've had on this show. Let's see. Oh, wait. Amari Wyatt says they represent moderate states, though. I mean, one wrong vote could easily flip those states back red, and we don't need that. You make a very good point, and yes, you are right. especially Joe Manchin's. I think Arizona is, you know, is turning blue. I could be wrong. It seems to be turning blue. Um, but what we want is to be able to elect more senators, more Democratic senators, so that we'll still keep Manchin and Cinema because we need those numbers. We need those two senators to maintain a majority. But if we add three, four, five Democratic senators, then Cinema and Manchin are no longer holding the rest of the party hostage. Um, and Charlie Delta says we're turning blue slowly but surely. So who the Fahizi? This is. I'm going to show you guys a picture, right? And the picture is going to be a close up. It's going to be a close up of somebody's eye, somebody's mouth, somebody's ear, whatever. And you guys have to guess who that is. Now, it might be a politician, it might be an actor, it might be somebody on a news show. It could be any one of those, right? And you guys are have eagle eyes and your razor sharp brains. So we're going to jump right into this. And when you recognize who the person is from whatever body part I show you, you will guess and you will say, it's so and so. It's not hard, Debbie. Debbie Neiman, it's not hard. I promise you. Okay, we're going to start off with the first one. And here we go. Who is that? Who is this person on the screen? I don't mean me. I mean the person to the right of me. Oh, I'm seeing some guesses already. You guys are good. Indeed. We were looking for Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff. a new superstar a rising superstar in the Democratic Party. At the top here we have Amanda Crawford, Amari Wyatt, Watcher Soko, Synthfan, Cindy C, Asmila J, Gary Montero. Jennifer Rayner says my fave from CA. Need more. Nope, not Rand Paul. Matt Meehan. Punxsutawney Mo. Sylvia Correa. Cha Cha. Very good, guys. You guys are good. Okay. Next up. Who is this? Who is this a person on the screen now? Yes, Jim Murphy says guys are fast. Yes, I agree. Very fast. Oh, damn. Was it that obvious? You guys, super fast. Correctly guessed Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And let's see who we got at the top. We got, Matt Meehan is at the top, followed by Lee Saunders, who insists that she's bad at this game. Linda Taylor, Sheila Bird, Debbie Neiman. And Debbie Neiman also said it sounds hard. You see, it's not hard. Mari Wyatt, Cindy C, Shell Teresa, Sylvia Correa, Amanda Crawford, Fox Hill Dreams, Tracy M, Pasta D, Gary Montero, Jen Murphy, Stephanie L. Okay. I see you all got this. Very good. But I can't read everyone's name. Moving right along. Who is that? Who is that person there? It's not so easy now. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, you guys, I'm gonna have to do better. I'm gonna have to do better to really um, throw one past you. At the top here, we got Lee Saunders, Shell Teresa, all correctly guessing MTG. It's funny. Damn it, she's got an acronym for herself. Marjorie Taylor Greene. I hate that she has an MTG. That's a thing now. Damn it. But I get it. On the show, it's shorthand. Anyway, Lucielle, Sintfan, Amanda Crawford, Melissa McQueen, Cha Cha, Watcher Soko, Pasta D. Scribble My Dibbles just wrote, trash. We'll accept that. we'll, we'll accept that as an answer. Charlie Delta, Mickey, Wojo Mom. PETA is a boss. Very, very good. Marjorie, three names. We'll take that. Fox Hill Dreams. Stephanie L. Susie Brizuela. Debbie Neiman. Hi, Lisa Hathaway. Lisa Hathaway just said, hi. We got one. Tracy M says, Cave Woman Taylor Greene. Sheila Bird. Raggedy Montero said, excuse me, Gary Montero said, Raggedy B. We'll accept that too. Amari Wyatt, Patricia Pueyes, very good. Also, Stacey Mendenhall says a really raggedy bish. Very good. Okay. Next up. Oh, this one is going to be tough. This one, I don't know you're going to guess this one. This one is just a mouth. It's just a mouth. Tell me, who is this with the mouth on my screen? Whose mouth is this one? Maybe you don't even know. Maybe you don't know. You see, I knew I gonna fool some of you, but not all of you. I see that I fool some of you. I don't fool all of you. Some of you, not all, but some. Some, not all, not some. Yes, it is Joy Reid. We were looking for Joy Reid, ladies and gentlemen. And right at the top here, we got Watcher Soko. PETA is a boss. Let's see. Petty Deb is correct. Matt Meehan. So I fooled you guys. A lot of people said Stacy Plaskett, Oprah, Val Demings. I'm seeing some of the different guesses here. Corey Bush was another one. Let's see. Fox Hill Dreams got it correct. Julian Gautier, Misha Oliver. I see some other guesses too. Kerry Washington, Omarosa, Demi. This was a tough one because the mouth is not always easy to identify, like Nancy Pelosi, for instance. Petty Deb, Linda Taylor, Marie from New Jersey, and Charlie 3 Delta. Very good. Okay, next up. Who is that? Who is that ugly eye? Whose eye can be so ugly that my gag reflex make me want to vomit all over the microphone? Okay. All right. You guys, that one was too easy. He's so hideous. And it's the inside that is hideous. The ugly on the inside is affecting the ugly on the outside, too. We got Tracy M., Lee Saunders, Patricia Pueyes, Matt Meehan, Linda Taylor, Synth Fan, Fox Hill Dreams. By the way, I am accepting Turtle Guy, The Turtle, Mitch M. McConnell. Mick Turtle is a good one from Tracy M. Said Mick Turtle. Who was the first one? Oh, yeah, Tracy M. was at the top here. So Tracy, Lee Saunders, Patricia Puez, Matt Meehan, Linda Taylor, Synth Fan, Fox Hill Dreams, RJ, Scribble My Dibbles, Shell Teresa, Cindy C, Gary Montero, Cha Cha, Watcher Soko, Wilbur McCarthy, Debbie Neiman, Michelle Warmoth, Petty Deb, we will accept, Bitch M. Okay, next up. All right, get a good look there. Get a good look at this. Get a good look at the side of this face and partial ear. You've got beard and ear. Okay, so either you guys are extremely eagle eye clever, or I'm just doing a bad job at fooling you. Because you are correct if you guessed Coke Jr. We got Tracy M. Let's see. Lee Saunders, Cindy C, Corey Lord, Gary Montero, Cha Cha, Asmila J, Amanda Crawford, Jennifer Rayner, Debbie Neiman, Linda Taylor. Scribble by Dibble just says blech. we'll accept that. Kathy Murphy, Patricia Pueyas, Wilbur McCarthy, Amari Wyatt, the Michelle Warmoth, Junior Rump, we'll accept that. Cocaine Don from Pasta D. Petty Deb says Loser Trump, Julian Gautier, Fox. Okay, you guys got it. Very good. On to the next one. Ba 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 da ba. What's the next one here? Not so easy now, is it? I think I got you with this one. Yeah, I think so. Anissa says her YouTube is behind. I'm sorry. I think mine is probably a little behind too. Okay, I've already fooled some people. Oh, but once again, I don't fool everybody. Sometimes you guys guess incorrectly, and sometimes you guys are just guessing. Somebody said, Wilbur McCarthy said Gates. It's not Gates. It is Sarah Sanders. Sarah Suckabee Sanders. And let's see, who guessed first? Susie Brizuela. At the top, guessed Sarah Saunders, whatever. Amanda Crawford. Stacy Mendenhall. Jennifer Rayner, I'm giving you partial credit. You said the old press sec. You are correct. Gavin Rutherford. Anissa. Julian Gautier, Watcher Soko, Jen Murphy, Peter is a boss, Synth Fan, Jennifer Rayner, Asmila J, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba, Sylvia Correa. Misha Oliver said Huckleberry. We'll accept that. Cha-Cha, Tina G, Amari Wyatt, Lisa Hathaway. Very good, you guys. Okay, we're moving on to the next one. We got 3 more to go. 3 more, and I probably got to speed it up some. Hair. We got hair and we got eyes. Hair and 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 eyes. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Yeah, we got some guesses. Yeah, the next time I do this, I'm cropping these pictures a lot closer. Okay, so right at the top, Lee Saunders, I was hoping you would be first, because if you weren't, then I'd be disappointed. Lee Saunders says, Bojo, also known as AKA Boris Johnson, the leader of England. Matt, followed by Matt Meehan. Also, very good. I'm proud of you, Matt Meehan. Where's Gavin Rutherford? You should be also at the top. Sheila Bird says Boris. Michelle Warmoth. Cha Cha. Scribble My Dibbles. Tracy M. Amanda Crawford. Sylvia Correa. Punxsutawney Moon. Debbie Neiman. Ba, 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 ba. There's Gavin Rutherford. Synth Fan, Fox Hill Dreams, Asmila J, Wilbur McCarthy, RJ, Susie Briswella says, that British guy. We'll take that. Valerie G, Peter is a boss, Cindy C, Watcher Soko, Jennifer Rayner. Okay, next up, we got two more. This one, I'm sure. This one was a layup, guys. I just gave this one because you already know. You already know. You already know. Okay. You guys are good. You guys are. I'm not fooling anyone here with these entries. Let's see. We got at the top, we got Cha Cha, followed by Matt Meehan, all correctly guessing Kim Jong Un. Amari Wyatt, Fox Swoop, no. Asmila J, Watcher Soko, RJ, Lee Saunders says Kim Jong Yum. Kim Jong Yum will accept that. Charlie 3 Delta, Synth Fan, Tracy M, Stephanie L, Gavin Rutherford, Susie Briswella, Corey Lord, Shel Teresa, we will accept Trump's love. Yes, we will accept that as an answer. Sylvia Correa says Ted Cruz. For some reason, I'll accept that too. I don't know why. It's not Ted Cruz, but I'll accept it. It's funny. Michelle Warmoth. Peter is a boss. Misha Oliver. Okay. Last one. This is the last one, guys. Prepare thyself. This, for sure, will be the most difficult one you have ever seen today. This one is not easy. It's only eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Holy shit, it got really dark outside. We're expecting a thunderstorm over here. Okay, once again, you guys have proved me wrong. Because there's like an avalanche of letters here. The letters A, the letters O, and the letter C. AOC is correct, you guys. And let's see, right at the top, we've got Sheila Bird, Synth Fan, Amari Wyatt, Tracy M, Cha Cha, Watcher Soko, Amanda Crawford, Jennifer Rayner, Shel Teresa, Tina G, Asmila J, Scribble My Dibbles, Lisa Hathaway, Matt Meehan, Lucy L, Stephanie L, Gavin Rutherford, RJ, Valerie G, Anissa, everybody correctly guessing. Nobody missed a beat. Wonderful. Okay, so guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I will attempt the next go around with this thing. I will attempt to make them more challenging because I could see this was too easy peasy for you guys, right? Was this easy? Was anybody challenged with this game at all? Even slightly? Anybody? Anybody? Nobody? Watcher Sucker says she watches way too much TV. Just eyebrows and wrinkles. Lucy said it was fun. Yeah, I like it. I like it too. I like the guessing games. Perhaps do a name that chin. Oh, name that chin. Nobody will get that. I couldn't get a name that chin, and I'm great with guessing games. Okay. Joy Reid actually probably was the most difficult one, I think. That was the one that had everybody all over the place. I'm going to do more like that. Like that. Okay. Sarah B says she just can't type fast. It's all right. You're not alone. Me neither. Okay. Coming up next, we've got it's time for
Raggedy Bish.
All right. So in today's You Raggedy Bish, in this category is a young lady who was walking her dog irresponsibly in Central Park, and she did not have her dog leashed in an area where you are supposed to have them leashed. And she was approached from a distance, by a gentleman by the name of Christian Cooper. The woman I'm referring to, her name is Amy Cooper. There's no relation. And what transpired set the internet and the world on fire. Wait. Oh, it might help if I added the damn video. I meant to add it. I swear I did. You guys know my show is full of this. Okay, let's see. Boom, boom. Here we go. So big.
Please stop. Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And
me.
I'm taking a picture and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
That poor dog.
Excuse me?
She's just dragging that dog.
I'm sorry, I'm in the ramble, and there is a man, African-American, who has a bicycle helmet. He is recording me and threatening me and my dog.
Threatening her.
There is an African-American man.
She said it twice.
He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. And my... I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately.
And then she turned up the emotional.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Would you please stop?
Yeah. So people are upset with this video for a number of reasons. Number one, that poor dog. The poor dog, she's just dragging. And the second reason is that she used emotionally charged language. She said she's being threatened by an African American man. So, one, he wasn't threatening her. He was just recording her with his phone. And it's a good thing he did, because if he hadn't, it might have gone differently. Because she knew she weaponized his race. She weaponized it. She said an African American man. She could have just said a man, but no, an African American man is threatening me. She said it twice. In some cases, as we've learned, calling the cops on a black man can be it can be deadly. And she didn't care. She just wanted to exert her privilege. So anyway, she's in the news today because she is suing her former employer. Her former employer fired her racist ass after that video went viral. He fired her. And so she is suing him for some reason for discrimination. Discrimination. I don't even, what? And isn't it ironic, right? That very same discrimination that she used to discriminate against Christian Cooper, who was bird watching at the time. He's bird watching. You can't You can't possibly pick a nerdier occupation than bird watching. You know, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's nothing against bird watching, but it's not like he's not a threatening looking guy. He isn't. Um, so yeah, you would think that after that she would try to redeem her ways, but she's put herself back out into the public eye. Maybe she needs some counseling. Maybe she needs a therapist or something, but she is clearly unraveled. Train spotting. Ornithologists are kind, Pasadi says. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. And McQueen points out, Melissa McQueen says he didn't even want to press charges. He should have. He should have. Because, she was right at the beginning of like this explosion of Karens out there. I think there was another Karen. There was that barbecue woman on the phone. But, I think they could probably change the Karen name to Amy Cooper. Just change it to Amy Cooper. How many Amy Coopers could there possibly be out there? I don't know. She's racist, and she is unhinged, and she is raggedy. She is today's you raggedy bish. All right, so questions from anybody. I got time for this. This? No, some people do this for 3. Some people go like this. But that's not as easy. And some people go like this. I learned that from Inglorious Bastards. If you go like this, then you're definitely not German or something. Or this. One of the two. Solid Blue's sister says BDD, hence the reason the talk is important to African American children and adults. I agree, except I don't know, the talk wouldn't really have applied in that situation. Oh, wait a minute. After the cops showed up, yes, the talk, definitely. But that guy had the presence of mind to have his phone on, to turn that video on. And I got to remind myself, if I ever get into an altercation with anybody, a hostile altercation, I got to put on my video to present my side of the story. Edward Caffrey, I thank you, my friend, for wishing the Knicks good luck tonight. We hope that Julius Randle, snaps back into form. He had a bad night on Sunday, and we really need him to be playing well. Matt Meehan wants to know who gets indicted first. My guess is Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz, because he's low. He's a lot lower on the food chain than Spanky McDumbass. And homeboy, his man, Joel, is it Greenberg? Damn it, I can't remember Joel's last name. But Joel gave up the goods to the feds. So Matt Gaetz is going to be indicted foist. That's my guess. And Misha Oliver says, she needs to leave. So Chrissy wants to know, do your kids root for the Knicks? So we have this is a 2 basketball team family, okay? Buddy, a.k.a. Romeo, he roots for the Nets. Now, with that said, he and I watched the Knicks game, and he was rooting for my Knicks, as hard as I was rooting for him. He was right there with me. We were high-fiving at good parts. But he is a Brooklyn Nets fan. Brooklyn Nets all the way. So hopefully, knock on wood, hopefully the Knicks make it past this round and the Nets make it past this round. And hopefully the two get to face each other in the playoffs. And then I don't know what's going to happen in this house. Somebody's not going to be happy. Valerie G wants to know, is Rain afraid of the thunder? Yes, she is. She's afraid of the thunder. She's afraid of the fireworks. When fireworks go off on July 4th, it's bad. It's not good. She no is happy. She is not happy. ASL for the number 3. Okay. In Europe, you start with thumb for 3. I guess that's it, right? And last but not least, I'm going to take one here from Matt from Albuquerque. That's Matt G. Wants to know, how is wifey and your family doing? I hope everyone is doing really good. Yeah, we are doing well. The kids, no bad side effects from the vaccine. They got their first one on Friday, and they get their next one on June 11th. We're looking forward to that for this entire family to be fully vaxxed. And we're still going to be responsible, but it feels good to be doing the right thing. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Ness is here. She got here late. Better late than never. Thank you for joining me for another wonderful episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, a.k.a. Brooklyn Dad. And if you gotta go out tonight, bring an umbrella because it's gonna be raining if you're up here in the Northeast. But other than that, if you gotta go out, make sure you wear your mask, wear your gloves, and keep your social distance 6 feet or better. And have a lovely, relaxing evening. I'll see you here tomorrow, same time-ish, same place. I love you all. Peace. Hey. Boom. Hey! Thank you, Cindy C, for the reminder of to push the like button. Karen Purdy missed the show because of no electricity. Oh no! Well, thank you, Gina Potter, for the update. If you speak to Karen, please tell her I hope she gets her electricity back as soon as possible. And as for me, if we get a true thunderstorm, wifey and I will be on the porch watching the lightning and being amazed because that is what we do. We're very easy to entertain. Beep, beep. Lisa Hathaway was taking a nap. She missed the whole show. I'm glad you made it here anyway, Lisa. Good evening, Wilbur.
Good evening.
Hey! Yeah. All right, you guys. You know what time it is. It is that time, and you need to leave.